So the other day, I had a comment from a viewer, and if I say it wrong, I'm sorry. Kurisu1204. And his comment was, I'd love your take on dual blade and bow sets, since most builds rely on maximum might, and neither really use that. It would be cool to see a raw Nuudra Seregios comparison to full elemental buff like people do on Charge Blade. Well, sir, or madam, we have it. So first we're going to start off with the raw set, which obviously can be used, but for dual blades it's not the best set. Especially, well, it does have burst and it has adrenaline rush, so you do have that going for you, but it's not really something you want to use for dual blades unless you aren't worried about element at all and you want to just AFK, don't worry about element, just take in whatever dual blades you want, element wise or status wise, and just deal raw damage with no mind to anything else. For a little bit of setup here, we are doing high rank Zoshia 8-star with the Blade Flurry combo. Okay, and the damage that you're going to see down here is on Zoshia's head. For all of these, you'll have damage per second below that, and then how many combos it's going to take to theoretically kill the monster if you continuously do this combo and hit every hit. If you do look up at the chart, it is actually not the weakest point of Zoshia. That would be its wing arms, which on this set actually is almost 1300 more damage for the combo, but it's neither here nor there. For the weapon, we have the Eternal Cusp, which is the Gogma dual blades. All these, if I remember correctly, are going to be Dragon Attack Infusion. This one is going to be attack focused, where the other one should be all elemental focused. This one also has Seregios Tenacity and Lord Soul. We have 2 Affinity EXs, 2 Attack Boost EXs, and a Sharpness Boost EX. All these sets will have that Sharpness Boost EX. Every single one of them. Dual Blades has huge issue with sharpness. We need to take care of that. So even though technically speaking, the number will go up if we put an Attack Boost 3 in here. We don't care. We know we're not going to have, we're going to lose time sharpening way faster or way more if we don't have this reinforcement in here. Alright, so to go over the set, again, we went nothing, as much as we could, we went nothing into actual pure element here. Everything here is going into as much physical raw as possible. And none of these sets, with one exception, none of these sets are going to be using things that do not make sense for dual blades. So things like Counterstrike doesn't really make sense for dual blades, especially since a lot of these sets have peak performance in them. Resentment, also not going to be a huge factor in any of these sets, aside from one of them. You'll see that when we get there. We do have 10 sets today. 10 different sets, so stay tuned for that. The last set is diabolical, but has issues. Alright, so we have an Expert Jewel 3 for the weapon, and then 2 critical jewels. One's a 3, one's a 2. That'll get us maxed out on crit boost. For the actual armor, we have Uja Mirhelm Gamma with 3 Sprinter Jewels. That maxes out our Marathon Runner, as you can see right here across from it. We have Regios Male Beta, which we have a Refresh and a Physique Jewel. Seregios Van Braces Beta with a Throttle and a Physique. New Udra Mircoil Gamma with a Refresh Jewel. Seragios Greaves Beta with a footing jewel, just because you could put Constitution in there as well. So we could go down and do Physique. That'll give us another Constitution. Attack boost 3 and latent power 1 will be constant for all these sets. What will not be constant for these sets is this here jewel. In this set, we're doing attack jewel 1 because that's the best power we can get. You know, best bang for a buck. So we have a total of 2,312 damage per combo. We do have Demon Boost active. We have Demon Powder, Mega Demon Drug, Might Seed, Power Charm. You can add Might Pill to this. As always, you can add Might Pill. Ain't nobody running Might Pill. Honestly, I thought about doing all these without Demon Powder and Might Seed, because I don't see the majority of people using those either. But I left them in for something a little funny later. So I'll show you what's going on there. We do have a food skill here. Okay. And like Hunting Horn and whatnot, and our song boost from the Palico are not active. So that's a pretty decent set. You know, 2,312 damage. We're doing 318.9 damage per second, and technically we'll defeat the monster in 21 combos. That's pretty good. But shit's about to get a lot better. Okay, first set I came up with here. We've got, you know, our regular buffs: Demon Powder, Mega Demon Drug, Might Seed, Power Charm. We have a meal selected. Our reinforcements, again, Dragon Attack and Fusion for all three. We have Element Focus, Zoshia's Pulse for a set bonus. Then we have 2 Element Boost EXs, 2 Attack Boost EXs, and a Sharpness Boost EX. For our weapon charms or jewels here, our decorations, these will all be pretty much the same. I think they're all the same exactly, actually, for every single one of these sets. We have Dragon with Razor Sharp, again, helping out our sharpness issue, plus giving us that all-important element up. We have Crit Element Handicraft. Again, I've tried changing this out. This is actually needed for the higher end damage here. And Expert Jewel 3. So even if we look down here, we're currently at 2,430.3. Even if we go to regular critical, so we'll do a critical jewel 2 to max this out, it goes down. So we actually do want crit element, and you can't get crit element razor sharp, which I'd really want. You can get crit element handicraft though. I'm not sure which one is actually better, but I do like running razor sharp, especially when I already have handicraft in the reinforcements. And then we have Expert Jewel 3, like I said. For the actual armor, we have Gogmazios Helm Alpha with a Chain Jewel and a Sprinter Jewel. We have Guardian Ebony Male Beta with 2 Throttle Jewels. That's another thing. These sets are all primarily going to focus on maxing out Throttle, because it gives the most amount of affinity of any skill other than Maximum Might, which is equal to, but we can't use Maximum Might. You can throw in Tenderizers or Challengers here. Challenger is usually better than Tenderizer as far as overall damage, but you can do either or if you do not want Throttle. I'm not a huge fan of Throttle, but it is the best thing you can do for this set, or these sets, because it gives you the most amount of element, or affinity rather. And if you're doing for at least, if your hunt lasts for at least 4 minutes, 4 minutes with the monster, okay, you will have 50% uptime with throttle. So there's that. For the arms, we have Guardian Ebony Braces Beta with a throttle and a Phoenix Jewel. For the waist, we have Gogmazios Coil Alpha with a Phoenix and 2 Sprinter Jewels. For the legs, we have Guardian Ebony Greaves Beta with a throttle and a Phoenix Jewel. The same charm, which is attack 3, latent power 1, and an attack jewel. And I guess I should go back. We do have all these selected. We have our food skill. We have our demon boost. We're doing the same combo. I guess I should go back here and just go over the raw set. You get 5 burst, 5 crit boost, 4 adrenaline rush, 4 attack boost, Seregio's tenacity level 2, constitution 3, critical eye 3, marathon runner 3, Lord Soul, scale layering, agitator 2, evade window 2, latent power 2, stamina surge 2, New Udra's mutiny 1. Although we are not running any resentment, so that does nothing. You can see if we're at 2,312. If we click that off, that doesn't affect it. We're still at 2,312. This skill does nothing for us. We also have ambush 1, and technically that actually bloats the value. We're actually lower than that because ambush is not going to be up for most of the fight. It's only 30 seconds. For that 30 seconds, though, it is a good buff, but it's only the 30 seconds after you, do a sneak attack. Okay, going to the set that we just went over, we do have 2,430.3, like I said, doing 335.21 damage per second, killing the monster in 20 combos. That's a whole combo faster, and 118 more damage per combo. For the skills, we have latent power 5, attack boost 4, burst 4, Ebony Odogaron's power 2, coalescence 3, which is the Phoenix Jewels, critical element 3, crit eye 3, dragon attack 3, marathon runner 3, peak performance 3, guardian's protection, divine blessing 2, earplugs 2, elemental absorption 2, Gogmapocalypse 1, Zoshia's pulse 1. Really trying to keep that peak performance up. And then we have handicraft 1 and razor sharp 1. You do have those 2 free earplugs, which will come in nice for some hunts. I think Zoshia actually needs 3 earplugs to not be affected by the roar, I do believe. So it's not going to help you in this fight, but in other fights it will. Okay, this was the weakest set that I did for the element side. I mean, I did find other sets that I tried that were just plain out bad, that I just gave up with before even finishing because they were just horrible. So even this weakest set here, if you do 2 Gogmazios and 3 Ebony, and then just roll Zoshia's Pulse. Zoshia's Pulse does not even add to the damage. It just helps you keep peak performance up. If you just do this, you actually do not have to roll anything for a set bonus. Set bonuses be damned, you don't have to roll anything. If you roll Zoshia's set bonus, great. Extra uptime for peak performance, theoretically. To the next set, we are going to have Demon Powder, Mega Demon Drug, and Power Charm active. No Might Seed here. We are also going to have our meal selected. For our reinforcements, we have, again, Attack Infusion for all 3. Element Focus, we have Gogmapocalypse selected, also with Lord Soul. 2 Element Boost EX, 2 Attack Boost EX, and a Sharpness Boost EX. The Jewels for the weapon are the exact same. We have Dragon with Razor Sharp, Crit Element with Handicraft, and Critical Jewel 3. For the armor, Gogmazios Helm Alpha with a Challenger and a Sprinter Jewel. Ray Sandmail Gamma with a Sprinter Jewel. Shiwu Vambrace's Beta with a Throttle, a Chain, and a Sprinter Jewel. Dahad Shard Coil Gamma with a Physique Jewel. Shiwu Greaves Beta with a Challenger, a Tenderizer, and a Physique Jewel. Also, with all these sets, anything that can be transcended will need to be transcended. Anything that gives you extra slots for your jewels, you have to transcend it. We're not worrying about, transcending any higher up rarity armor pieces because they don't give you any extra jewels. So, we're not calculating defense here. We're calculating attack. For the charm, we have the same attack boost 3, latent power 1. We have an attack jewel 1 charm jewel in our charm slot. And I didn't go over this yet in this one. I've gone over it in other videos, but this is a set that can be done. This charm, if you come over here, this is in Steam. Someone put down the charm tables, so you can get rarity 8. You can roll attack boost 3, and then you will have one of these down here. You can have adrenaline rush, convert element, foray, agitator, elemental absorption, latent power, burst, flare, or weakness exploit. Level 1 for all of them. You can have one of them. So we went with latent power. You could get something else here. Agitator, weakness exploit, burst. Even convert element is good on this. And then we have the slots up here. Any one of these, no matter what you roll, will be able to put one weapon jewel into it. So that's why we went with that. Okay. Then as far as the actual points that you get, this one, oh, we did have it there, but we didn't talk about it. I'll talk about that in this one. You'll see. Okay, so we have Agitator 5, Latent Power 5, Attack Boost 4, Crit Boost 3, Critical Element 3, Dragon Attack 3, Marathon Runner 3, Lord Soul, Bind Resistance 2, Constitution 2, Elemental Absorption 2, Peak Performance 2, Dogma Apocalypse 1, Shiwu's Vigor 1, Buttery Leathercraft we do not have, Adrenaline Rush 1, Burst 1, Earplugs 1, Handicraft 1, Razor Sharp 1, and Weakness Exploit 1. The thing that I wanted to touch base on is Elemental Absorption. You can proc this by doing a perfect dodge. The dodge that Dual Blades has can proc Elemental Absorption. I didn't know that before doing a little bit of research on it, because I was just looking into seeing what all different skills I could get on sets that would up our element. And as you can see here, our element on this one is 696 to 740, and the element on the last one was 782 to 880. So this one does go a little bit more into raw. As a total, we have 2,521.3 damage per combo, 347.77 damage per second, defeating the monster in 19.3 combos. To the head. It'll be faster if you hit the wing arms. Just saying. The reason why we did not have Might Seed in here is obviously because we have Shiwu. Might Seed does not actually work with Shiwu set. It shows it does here. It does not in game. It's something that hasn't been changed in this yet. I don't know if they're going to change it or not, but it doesn't work in game. Moving on. The next set here, Dragon Attack and Fusion for all three, Elemental Focus, and then we have Shiwu's Vigor. You'll notice that some of these I leave the group skill, the second one, blank. It's because nothing you get there matters. Like, nothing is going to proc anything. So if they're empty, that's what that means. You don't have anything close enough that it can proc. We have 2 Elemental Boost EXs, 2 Attack Boost EXs, and a Sharpness Boost EX. Our jewels are the same on our weapon: Dragon Razor Sharp, Critical Element Handicraft, and Expert Jewel 3. If you were wondering, a lot of these sets do have the Gogmazio's helm. That's where you get the Elemental Absorption in the set from, so that's why that's a staple in a lot of these sets until we get later on, and you'll see it change. Okay, so Gogmazio's Helm Alpha with a throttle and a sprinter. Gogmazio's Male Alpha with a throttle and a refresh. Guardian Ebony Braces Beta with a throttle and a Phoenix. Gogmazio's Coil Alpha with a Phoenix, 2 Sprinter Jewels. Gogmazio's Greaves Beta with a throttle, a Phoenix, and a Physique Jewel. And here on the charm, you're going to see something different. You're going to have the Attack Boost 3, Latent Power 1, and a Critical Jewel rather than Attack. And I'll show you why in a second here. We do have Demon Boost active. I think we went through the food skills and everything, but there you go. So we have Latent Power 5, Peak Performance 5, Gogm Apocalypse 2, Attack Boost 3, Burst 3, Coalescence 3, Critical Element 3, Critical Eye 3, Dragon Attack 3, Marathon Runner 3, Adrenaline Rush 2, Elemental Absorption 2, Speed Eating 2, Ebony Odogron's Power 1, Shiwu's Vigor 1, Agitator 1, Aquatic Oil Salt Mobility 1, Constitution 1, Crit Boost 1, yeah, I just realized I skimmed over some. Crit Boost 1, Divine Blessing 1, Handicraft 1, Razor Sharp 1, Stamina Surge 1. I completely skipped over this. There's an Expert Jewel instead of a Critical Jewel in the weapon spot here. And that's what allows us to actually use the Critical Jewel down here. Okay, so that brings us up to 2,575.5. For combo damage, we have 355.24 damage per second. Defeat the monster in under 19 combos. 18.9. We are maxing out our element at 920. So if I change this Critical Jewel and I go back to attack, we lose just under 1 point of damage for a combo. So, you know, you can go either way. If I change this Expert 3 to a Critical Jewel 3, oh, we do go up. What was I doing? I was wrong. What happened there? Was that when this was... That was when this was attack, wasn't it? No? No, it's up. I'm an idiot. Proving myself wrong live. Okay, so there we go. I don't know how I messed that up. I wonder if I had that and left it from something else. Now I'm curious. Or maybe I selected the wrong one originally. Alright, so we have 2,588.3 with 357.01. 18.8 combos to kill. My bad. That was wrong. Found it out live. But neither here nor there. This is still not nearly the most powerful set we can get. But this is Gogm Apocalypse, you know, level 2, if you do want to run that. The next set, we are running for buffs: Demon Powder, Mega Demon Drug, Might Seed, Power Charm. We are also running Food Skill, and for the weapon, Dragon Attack and Fusion ×3, Element Focused, Gore Magala's Tyranny and Scale Layering. 2 element boost EXs, 2 attack boost EXs, and a sharpness boost EX. For the weapon, this time we do not change it at all. Dragon with Razor Sharp, crit element with Handicraft, critical drill 3. Didn't make the mistake on this one, apparently. We also do have Demon Boost active. We have Guardian Ebony Helm Beta with a throttle and a Sane Jewel. We have Gagmazio's Male Alpha with a throttle and a Phoenix Jewel. Guardian Ebony Braces Beta with a throttle and a Phoenix. Gore Coil Beta with a chain and a Phoenix Jewel. Gagmazio's Greaves Alpha with a throttle and 2 Sane Jewels. And for the charm, we have Attack Boost 3, Latent Power 1, and Critical Jewel 1. This one, if we go back to attack, does go down. I was not an idiot here. I did it correctly. That's about 2 attack points, or 2 damage points for that. So going down through, we have Latent Power 5, Burst 4, Crit Boost 4, Antivirus 3, Attack Boost 3, Coalescence 3, Critical Element 3, Dragon Attack 3, Adrenaline Rush 2, Constitution 2, Peak Performance 2, Speed Eating 2. We have Ebony, Gogm Apocalypse, and Gore Magala, all level 1. Scale Layering doesn't matter, neither does the Guardian's Protection. The Scale Layering did matter before I switched some stuff around, that's why that's on there. Then we have Agitator 1, Aquatic Oil Silt Mobility 1, Divine Blessing 1, Handicraft 1, Razor Sharp 1. And the rest doesn't matter. Bringing us up to 2,594.6 with 357.88 damage per second, killing monster in 18.7 combos. That is, if the monster stays still and you're consistently hitting the head. As, you know, should be pretty self-explanatory. This set actually creeps up now on this one. This Gore Magala set does not have maxed out element, whereas the previous set did. This one got me wondering, and I kind of went down a rabbit hole from here on out, and was really trying to see what we could min-max out of this stuff. So going on to the next set here, I wanted to see, as much as I hate Gore Magala sets, I wanted to see how viable Gore Magala sets were. If we could do like a full, Gogm Apocalypse with Gore, and like really squeak out as much damage as possible. So we have the Demon Powder, Mega Demon Drug, Might Seed, and Power Charm. We have our food skill active. For the weapon, we have Dragon Attack and Fusion 3 times. We have Element Focus with Gore Magala's Tyranny, Scale Layering. Scale Layering, again, does not matter. We could take that off. Element Boost EX twice, Attack Boost EX twice, and Sharpness Boost EX once. For the jewels on the weapon, we have Dragon Razor Sharp, Critical Element Handicraft, and Critical Jewel 3. Going through the armor, Gagmazio's Helm Alpha with a throttle and a Sane, Gagmazio's Male Alpha with a throttle and a Refresh, Gore Vambrace's Beta with 2 Phoenix Jewels, Gagmazio's Coil Alpha with a Phoenix and 2 Sane Jewels, Gagmazio's Greaves Alpha for the legs with a throttle, a Refresh, and a Sprinter Jewel. And again, we have the Charm with Attack 3, Lane Power 1, and we are choosing the Critical Jewel on this one because we are at the tipping point with Affinity. So currently we're at 2,603.9 damage per combo, and if we go to attack rather than critical, what the fuck? What did I change in here before doing this? What did I change in here? Anyways, okay, so we got 2,605.2. I don't know what... Was I clicking on the wrong one? Maybe the wrong set and changing it? I'm not sure. Okay. Anywho, we got a little bit more damage out of that. So I have Peak Performance 5, Attack Boost 4, Latent Power 4, Gogma Apocalypse 2, Antivirus 3, Coalescence 3, Crit Boost 3, Critical Element 3, Dragon Attack 3, Adrenaline Rush 2, Burst 2, Elemental Absorption 2, Speed Eating 2, Stamina Surge 2, Gormagala's Tyranny 1, Agitator 1, Aquatic Oil Silt Mobility 1, Constitution 1, Evaded Window 1, Handicraft 1, Marathon Runner 1, and Razor Sharp 1. Everything else does not matter. And this was the hardest hitting Gormagala set that I could find. The second piece of Gormagala to try and get the 4-piece does not out damage the Gogma Apocalypse second piece, just because of the elemental damage. As you can see here on this chart, if we go to the head, raw damage that we're dealing with this weapon is 1931.7 with it's actually pulling off this head, so it's 1783.4 with raw and dragon. We're doing 2605.2. It also has this one, which I believe is for wounded. No, that's not even for wounded. I don't know what this one means, to be honest. So yeah, we are maxing out element on this weapon. We do have 68% affinity here. Now, I don't have any of these selected. Yeah, okay. Alright, so as you know, I'm not a huge Gormagala fan. I do not like Gormagala sets overall. I think they get too much spotlight, so it became my mission then to dethrone this weapon, or this set. First attempt, we have Dragon Attack Infusion 3 times with Element Focus, Shiwu's Vigor with Buttery Leathercraft, 2 Element Boost EXs, 2 Attack Boost EXs, and a Sharpness Boost EX. We have the Dragon Razor Sharp, Crit Element, Handicraft, and Critical Jewel 3 for the weapon. For the armor, we have Gogmazios Helm Alpha with a throttle and a sprinter, Gogmazios Mail Alpha with a throttle and a phoenix, Shiwu's Vambrace's Beta with 2 throttles and a sprinter jewel. Then we have, this one was, it just fits so nicely. We have Zoshia's Numinous Overlay Beta with a Phoenix Jewel. For the legs, we have Shiwu's Greaves Beta with 2 Chain Jewels and a Sprinter. For the Charm, we have Attack Boost 3, Latent Power 1, and a Critical Jewel 1. And just seeing if I screwed up on this one as well. I did not. Okay. Alright, so going to attack actually does hurt this one. I wasn't dumb on this one, apparently. We do have Demon Boost active. We do not have Might Seed because we have Shiwu. We do have the meal selected. No Hunting Horn. Alright. For the skills, Latent Power 5, Crit Boost 4, Shiwu's Vigor 2, Adrenaline Rush 3, Attack Boost 3, Coalescence 3, Critical Element 3, Dragon Attack 3, Marathon Runner 3, Buttery Leathercraft, which is 30% affinity, Agitator 2, Burst 2, Elemental Absorption 2, Peak Performance 2, Speed Eating 2, Gogma Apocalypse, Zoshia's Pulse, both level 1, Aquatic Oil Cell Mobility 1, Earplugs 1, Handicraft 1, Razor Sharp 1, and the rest doesn't matter. Giving us 2,722.1 total damage per combo with 375.46 damage per second, killing the monster in under 18 combos at 17.9 if all attacks hit and everything's active. 85% affinity, which is great. element is not maxed out, and the attack is massive. But, I thought, okay, this is what made me wonder, okay? Buttery Leathercraft, you're not going to have it active all the time. So if you take that off, if you don't know, Buttery Leathercraft is affinity sliding. You get 30% affinity. And I think it's for 30 seconds as well, if memory serves correctly. So that brings you down to 2,527.4, which Gormagala does beat. But then I thought, this is what gave me pause. It made me actually think about and play some hunts as well. And see what other players were doing. This is why I almost did not run Demon Powder or Might Seed, along with obviously no Might Pill, for any of these sets, because I haven't seen in my hunts a single person use these. You'd go into a hunt and I'm not seeing anyone pop them, and it's weird. Okay, so if you do not pop those, you take off Buttery Leathercraft. We are down to 2,479.8, and if you come over here to Gormagala, you take off the Might Seed and the Demon Powder, we're at 2,507.3. So it's very close, which made me obviously want to, I'll keep these off actually, obviously want to push even farther. So put that back on, and this, again, we were at 2,722.1 with everything active for this set. So I tried pushing it harder and farther. We have the same thing for most of the weapon, with the exception of the set bonus, which is now Ebony Odogaron's Power. We have no second set bonus because it doesn't matter. The jewels for the weapon are the same: Dragon with Sharpness, Crit Element with Handicraft, and Critical Jewel 3. Then for the actual armor, we have Shiwu's Helm Beta with a throttle and a Phoenix Jewel. For the chest, we have Gagmazios Male Alpha with a throttle and a Phoenix Jewel. For the arms, we have Shiwu's Vambrace's Beta with 2 throttle jewels. I did not fill in any of these. Gosh darn. When I remade this, I didn't fill in any of these. Okay, so these are going to be Sprinter Jewels. So 2 throttles and a Sprinter. For the waist, we have Gagmazios Coil Alpha with a Phoenix Jewel and 2 Sprinter Jewels. Sprinter and Sprinter. That gives us full Marathon Runner there. For the legs, we have Shiwu Greaves Beta with 2 Challenger Jewels and a where is it? Physique Jewel right there. For the charm, we have Attack Boost 3, Latent Power 1, and Critical Jewel 1. Again, we have no Might Seed active here because Shiwu. And we do have a food skill, Demon Boost activated, giving us Adrenaline Rush 5, which is excellent for dual blades. Latent Power 5, Crit Boost 4, Shiwu's Vigor 2, Attack Boost 3, Coalescence 3, Critical Element 3, Dragon Attack 3, Marathon Runner 3, Buttery Leathercraft, Agitator 2, Burst 2, Speed Eating 2, Ebony Odogaron's Power, and Gagmapocalypse, level 1 for each of those. Aquatic Oil Soul Mobility 1, Constitution 1, Earplugs 1, Handicraft 1, Peak Performance 1, and Razor Sharp 1. Again, a lot of these weapons, a lot of these sets will run the Coalescence, because even if you are dodging, does not mean that you're not going to get Fire Blight, you're not going to get Thunder Blight, something like that, because again, it does proc certain things, even if you perfect dodge it. Especially with the secondary explosions that a lot of the attacks have now. Look at Arch-Tempered right now. Always with the secondary thunder explosions. So you get caught by one of those, you're going to get coalescence as soon as you get rid of that. Anyways, total attack for the combo is 2,763.2, with 381.13 damage per second, killing the monster in 17.6 combos. 85% affinity. We are not maxed out for element, but we are very high with 742 to 800. Very, very good. Now, if we do get rid of Demon Powder and Buttery Leathercraft, and then we go back. Okay, so this is the Gore Magala set. That was our previous best without affinity sliding. Without, the food, eating the Demon Powder or the Might Seed, we have 2,507.3, whereas the new Shiwu set is 2,517.3 until you add Buttery Leathercraft, which will happen naturally during the hunt. You don't have to, sheathe and, eat the food skills. Or not the food skills, but the Demon Powder for this set. We cannot do Might Seed, but it would be nice if we could. So 17.6 combo, 17.6 combos to kill. Going to the next set, and the final set that we pushed for here to see how far we could get is going to have Demon Powder, Mega Demon Drug, and Power Charm. We do have a food skill. We have Shiwu's Vigor with Buttery Leathercraft. Everything else is the same as before. The jewels for the weapon are the same. Dragon Razor Sharp, Critical Element, Handicraft, and Critical Jewel 3. For the armor, we have Shiwu Helm Beta with a throttle and a phoenix. Gogmazios Male Alpha for the chest, being a throttle and a phoenix. For the arms, we have Guardian Ebony Braces Beta with a throttle and a phoenix jewel. For the waist, we have Gogmazios Coil Alpha with a flawless and 2 sprinter jewels. For the legs, we have Shiwu's Greaves Beta with a throttle, a challenger, and a sprinter jewel. And then for the charm, we have Attack Boost 3, Latent Power 1, and Crit Jewel 1. We do have Demon Boost active. Now we have Adrenaline Rush 5, Latent Power 5, Crit Boost 4, Shiwu's Vigor 2, Attack Boost 3, Burst 3, Coalescence 3, Critical Element 3, Dragon Attack 3, Marathon Runner 3, Buttery Leathercraft, Peak Performance 2, Speed Eating 2, Ebony Dogoran, and Apocalypse 1 for each of them, Agitator 1, Aquatic Oil Cell Mobility 1, Divine Blessing 1, Handicraft 1, Razor Sharp 1. Giving us a grand total of 2,773.9 with 382.61 damage per second, killing the monster in 17.5 combos. It is but slightly better, about 10 damage per combo better than the previous set. And if we do take off Buttery Leathercraft and Demon Powder, you can see you're still hitting 2,523.7, making it the strongest option if you are not going to be consuming those. Now, you do still have to consume the well done steak, or any steak, actually. Burnt steak will actually activate Shiwu as well, so you do have that. What did I do there? I did that. Okay. So this is theoretically the best set that you can get for dual blades that actually functions properly. Again, really leaning into Adrenaline Rush, Latent Power, Burst 3 is essential. You're still not capping out your element. You're still only hitting up to 820, whereas, which set was it? Right here. The last set that, capped element hit a total of 2,507.3, which was God Apocalypse 2 with Gormagala 1. But again, if you're not using those buffs, that Demon Powder and Might Seed, you are going to be doing less damage anyways. So either way, you got to actually take into account stuff that you use to buff yourself like that. My daughter had to come tell me that she emptied the dryer. Apparently it's done. Okay, so anyways, like I said, that's the best usable set that I've found. Obviously, as you can see in this video, I'm human. I've made mistakes. I'll make more mistakes. I'm not going to make another video on this covering my mistakes, though. Not like last time. Not again. Not again. Okay. Now, I did say I had 10 sets in here. That's 9. This last set is the theoretical highest damage you can do. But it's not viable for dual blades. At least the theoretical highest damage you can do that I've found. Put it that way. Okay? And it doesn't even work against every monster. So what we're going to have here is we're going to have Demon Powder, Mega Demon Drug, Might Seed, and Power Charm active. We're also going to have a food skill. And this does not take into account other players, so like Hunting Horn or anything like that. For the weapon, everything is the same, except for we are doing Attack Boost 3 twice rather than Element Boost EX. Also, we are doing Leviathan's Fury for skill bonus. Now, if we go to Attack Focused rather than Element Focused, we do go down in damage. And if we change these Attack 3s to Element Boost EX, we go down as well. So this, again, is not a pure element build, although we do want element focused for our dual blades. A little weird there. Okay? We do end up with 95% affinity, and you'll see how here in just a second. For the jewels, those are going to remain the same. Dragon with Razor Sharp, Crit Element with Handicraft, and Critical Jewel 3. For the armor, we have the Geocris Helm Beta with a Throttle, Ambush, and a Sprinter Jewel. And then every other piece of armor is New Udra Gamma. And the things you want to slot in there will be 3 Throttle Jewels, an Ambush Jewel, and a Mighty Jewel. And then the tier 1s you can do, I put 2 Sprinter Jewels in there to match up with the Sprinter from the helm. For the Charm, we have Attack Boost 3, Latent Power 1, with a Critical Jewel. Now, as I said, this is not a viable dual blade set. Because as was mentioned in the comment, dual blades cannot use maximum might, among other things. So we have Latent Power 5, Resentment 5, Crit Boost 4, New Udra Mutiny 2, Ambush 3, Attack Boost 3, Counterstrike 3, Critical Element 3, Dragon Attack 3, Marathon Runner 3, Maximum Might 3, Speed Eating 3, Lord Soul, which is actually overcapped, Burst 2, Leviathan's Fury 1, which gives us extra affinity and procs of thunder damage, Handicraft 1, Razor Sharp 1, and that's it. Nothing else matters. Getting you to a whopping 3,047.1 damage. Doing 420.29 damage per second. Killing the monster in 15.9 combos. I do have major gripes with this set. Okay? Maximum Might does not work. Bringing us down to 2,832.6. You're like, oh, okay, but that's still... You're still beating out the Shiwu set. You are. With the exception of Resentment's not always going to be up. Okay? It's hard to keep Resentment up. Unless you're a speedrunner. I would not suggest this. Also, ambush is a little bit misleading here. It lasts for the first 30 seconds of the fight, which you cannot... I do not... No, the high rank Zoshia you might be able to ambush. I don't remember for sure. Even if you get the first 30 seconds, okay? If you take that off, because you can't proc it again for a while, you're doing 2,611.9 damage. Again, really good set. You have to rely on Counterstrike. And I got conflicting reports. I know that Coalescence procs with a perfect dodge. I know that can proc. I've had people tell me that Counterstrike can proc. I've had people tell me Counterstrike cannot proc with the perfect dodge from Dual Blades. So I don't know, to be honest. If that does not proc, we're down under 2,500 damage. 24,889 is the total. And you're back up to 19.5, which is really bad compared to the other sets. It beats out the first elemental set that I made. That's it. So, for other weapons, this is possibly a good set. Although, again, ambush is not going to proc all the time. You can make ambush proc multiple times in a fight, but if you're playing perfectly, you'll only get once, because the monster's going to be dead before you get the second. But for the first 30 seconds, you are doing a ton of damage if you already have resentment up. Latent power won't be up, though. You can't have latent power with Counterstrike. Or not with Counterstrike, with ambush. Because it takes 2 minutes. 2 minutes or 130 damage that is dealt to you, not the monster. So you'd have to get hit for almost your entire health bar to be able to proc that instantly. So this set does do better. It's not actually usable. So yeah, we have another Shiwu winner. But in all seriousness, if you don't want to have to deal with the Protein Fiend for Shiwu's set bonus, the Shiwu's Vigor, and you don't want to have to deal with Buttery Leathercraft for Affinity Sliding, Gore Magala actually is the better set here. But, all things equal, if you aren't taking Demon Powder and Might Seed, then it goes back to the Shiwu set is better. Even if you don't use Affinity Sliding. But you still have to use Shiwu's Vigor. Because if you don't use Shiwu's Vigor, then we are so bad. But if you're building for Shiwu's Vigor, and you're not eating a well-done steak, what are you doing? Okay. Overall, this was a fantastically fun experiment to run to see what these were. I do have one more thing that I want to go over here, which is, as I knee my table, these sets are ridiculous, not even just against Shiwu, but take Chotacabra. If you can go into a Chotacabra hunt and let's say you hang around until latent power activates and you have your cat with you that does the Song of Power. Alright, you hang around until latent power activates, or you take enough damage that latent power activates. You will then defeat, that's a 4-star, a 5-star Tempered Chotacabra. Say the arena, where you can get Affinity Sliding super easy in less than 8 combos. You can probably get this guy in 1 down, attacking his head. That's ridiculous. And I mean, with that much damage, you're going to knock him over. You're going to, It's just ridiculous. Okay. Another thing that I wanted to look at was technically Shiwu, or not Shiwu, Zoshia. From everything I could find, I'm trying to look to see what the monster's health pools are, and I haven't found like a good site for it. I know people have gone over it before, but we do have one for Zoshia here. 9,000. Now this is for the story Zoshia, which is low rank. So then if we go, which one was it here? This one here. So this set does, 17.9 combos to kill a high rank Zoshia. If we go to low rank, it's 6. So if we take the damage or the health for the 6 combos, which is 9,000, and then we go to high rank and it takes now basically 3 times that amount, we can theoretically, agree here that the monster has 27,000 health. Alright, 27,000. Real simple. Real simple. 27,000. Then if we go to this set, 27,000 health divided by divided by 403.85 damage per second. How quickly, theoretically, if the monster is down and everything here is active, can we kill a Zoshia? In just over a minute. Just over a minute, we are killing this monster. Now that is, again, with Demon Boost Mode active and Song of Power. Ooh, Demon Drug. Now wait. Whoopsies. So we had 27,000 divided by, it's actually 410.92. Yeah, it took about a second off. Just over a minute to kill Zoshia with all this stuff active. Once it's active, that's attacking the head. Okay? If we are doing the wing arms, you're doing 1,500 more damage per combo, which is ridiculous. Yeah. No, wait. We can do a little bit of math here and figure this out. So, what is 410.92 divided by the combo? Okay, so we're going to take that, which is a percentage, and we're going to times by the damage to the wing arms, which is 4,465. We now do 615.8. We're going to round to 856. 1615.856. And we're going to take that. Oh. Gosh darn it. 27,000 divided by 615.856. Less than 45 seconds. Less than 45 seconds attacking the wing arms of Zoshia. Will you have it down? Not including any other damage that you've done prior to this. The theoretical of being able to do that, my god. And just for shits and giggles here, we will go with back to this. Why are you not doing this? Okay, so 13.79. 1379. 1379 times by the wing arms for this set that doesn't actually work. Okay, 658.98. $658.98. No wait, I need to do 27. Divide by 658.98. About 41 seconds. Really puts in perspective just how powerful these sets are. And if we go all the way back to this set here, which is the raw set, we're doing 21 combos rather than 16.3. Put that on. Theoretically, what do we got? What was it? 1379. Whoa. 1379. And multiply that by wing arms for the combo. Gosh darn it. 555.13. Divide by 555.13. Under 50 seconds. So this set actually is rather good in that instance. That's just a ridiculous amount of attack power for all these sets. No one's doing this because to have all this stuff up is not going to be easy, but super fun to look at though. Super fun to look at. But that's it. That's the best sets that I could come up with for dual blades. Not every single one of them maxes out element. Actually, most of them don't max out element. We had 1, 2 sets max out element. Yeah, and you can actually, if you do this, you can increase your max element, but you do go down in. There we go. So then we go attack boost and attack boost. Yep. So you could theoretically, increase your element a fuck ton, but you don't need to. So thank you very much for watching. If you do have any sets that you think compete with these, higher end ones, obviously the lower ones we've shown, there's plenty of sets stronger than these. But these, the Shiwu sets at the end here, or the Gormagala set, if you have anything that you think competes with those for dual blades, please do leave it in the comments. If perhaps you want to try and take your swing at the theoretical strongest set here that is definitely not feasible, please again leave it in the comments. That is where I got this set here from. One of the guys in the comments left this set. I did tweak it slightly because I could get more out of it, but yeah, it's very good if you can pull it off, but dual blades can't. So thank you again. If you did like the video, please consider liking, subscribing, leaving a comment. All would be much appreciated, and we will see you guys next time. Bye.